Hello leaders, you're listening to In Between, a higher self-leadership podcast. I'm Valerie Sanjeevi, a business coach and leadership mentor. In my podcast, I wish to share my awareness on higher self-leadership and how we can integrate it in our leadership practice every day and see results. Higher self-leadership is in the awareness. Longing for, and we confuse with all those words. We chase fulfillment in work, in money, in love, in food, in alcohol, in whatever we are trying to find it, hoping that something outside of us will finally fill us. So basically we numb the feeling of fulfillment by fullness. And fullness can leave us heavy, stuck, and even more empty at the end of the day. Fulfillment is something different. It's a feeling. And why do we have this feeling? What are we trying to reach? That's what we are going to dive in this podcast today. I'm not an exception. Myself, I try to reach this fulfillment by mistaking it with fullness. So I would try, to fill the day with stuff to do, fill my stomach with food, fill the void with something to perform, to actions, whatever. But for some reason, I was not, reaching the point of fulfillment. Fulfillment is really actually the feeling that we are trying to reach. And we are trying to reach this feeling because then when we have the feeling of fulfillment, we know that we are whole. And actually that's the state. The state that we are trying to reach is the state of wholeness. And because we, in a way, forgot or decided for some reason, and basically with the gaze of separation, that we are not whole, so we are trying to reach again the state of wholeness through the feeling of fulfillment. And as we are trying to fill tank with the wrong, if I may say wrong, things, which is, external things like we said, like food or love or work, alcohol or anything, we are trying to reach the state of wholeness through fullness in order to reach the feeling of fulfillment. So it's all messed up, if I may say. And usually when we try to reach fullness, it doesn't have the feeling that we are looking for, which is fulfillment. Fullness is like something that we feel even we can eat or work a lot and still feel empty. So it means that fullness is what we are trying to do in order to have the feeling of fulfillment. But as it's not what is going to fulfill us, then it can't make it happen. So it's like we are running after something that cannot fulfill us. So in leadership, for example, because I like to speak about leadership, we try to chase sometimes metrics, we try to chase status or power or more work, more listener, more followers, more clients, more products, whatever, and it's still not enough. Because the fulfillment feeling, the feeling of fulfillment that we are trying to reach is really about being in this state of wholeness. So basically, what I'm saying is that we are seeing everything with the wrong eyes, with the wrong perspective. If I decide right now that I'm whole already, I'm whole. Divine plus matter, divine plus body, I'm whole, I'm one. Then in this case, I don't need to chase for the state of wholeness. So I don't necessarily need the feeling of being fulfilled. So in this case, I don't need to try to compensate by fullness. So sometimes where we got it wrong is between fullness and wholeness. To be whole, and that's fullness is really the distorted fulfillment. We try, to feed our body, our mind, our emotions with something, thinking that is going to make us whole, but it's not. So if now I start to look with this different angle, the angle of wholeness, I'm whole already. So I don't need to prove anything. I don't need to try to reach the state because I'm already in the state. So then I can listen to my body, and then I can redefine from here, from this place and this state of wholeness, how do I define success? How do I lead from coherence? How do I feel fulfilled with the mission? Not chasing anymore for fullness. Because then it will come, naturally. Because first of all, it won't be outside of us. It's like my tank is already full, so I don't need something external to fulfill me. Then it's just a question of my tank is full, so what do I do from this full tank, the wholeness? What do I want to bring out to the world? So instead of being in the loop of I'm trying to, through fullness, to reach the fulfillment that will make me be in the state of wholeness, I change the perspective. I'm whole already, so then I don't need necessarily to be fulfilled because I'm already whole, and I can already have the feeling of fulfillment, so I don't need any external things to fill me up. So then, what do I want to do? What do I want to bring? Because I'm not chasing anymore. I'm bringing something out actually. I'm bringing the mission, the vision, as a leader out in the world. I'm not chasing the metrics and the numbers. I want to bring the service, the vision. And that's how we can move from the loop of never enough, that we can feel, never enough of product, of money, of clients, and to move from never enough of food, never enough of alcohol, never enough of cigarettes, or never enough of anything. It's not a judgment, it's not a question. We all have our addictions, whatever it is. Not enough of in a study, not enough readings, not enough books, not enough certification, all of it. So if I move from it's not enough, from it's already full, then I'm not looking for the external recognition. I'm just here to bring something out. From this coherence, presence, inner authority place. And that's how we shift our business, that's how we shift our leadership, that's how we shift the feeling, and that's how we shift to the world. So what if wholeness is not a destination, not a trophy, not a promise, nothing outside of us, but a frequency that we know through the sensation of fulfillment that we are already here. So in this case, fulfillment is never missed, so we don't need to feel full. And we can be in our presence, we can be in our trust, and we can just receive from the state of fullness and give it outside, because it's not going to take anything out of us. We are already full. We are whole. We are already one. Thank you. Leadership in Action. See you soon in the next episode.